Hey guys, join me again. I appreciate that. Today I woke up with the world conspiring against me. I got a little bit sick, a little cold or something, but that almost never happens with me anymore, so it almost feels like it's trying specifically to get me to have an excuse to not post my video for the day, and I'm like, you ain't stopping me. Can't stop, won't stop. So here I am, foggy brained from being a little stuffy headed, sniffly, but loving life still, so just thought I'd bring you along with to more local parks. I just had a funny thought this morning I thought I'd share with you about how I like to think of it as when, not necessarily that everyone should do this, but it's just my fun way of thinking about sickness, is that when my son got a little sick, I didn't think much about it. I don't stop hanging out with him or whatever. I'm not worried about if I catch something from somebody else. But I don't like to think of it as that I catch it from them and that we all have to deal with the sickness. I like to think that we share, When I catch it from him, it's because I'm taking on part of the load. I'm like, okay, this sickness would normally take 6 days, so I'll take a couple days, you have a couple days, and maybe somebody else will take a couple days, and altogether it's a collective of 6 days worth of sickness. It's just a fun way to look at it, to instead of feel like, you made me sick, it's more like, thanks for helping me out, Dad. Why not, right? Why not have a more playful way of seeing normal everyday inconveniences and discomforts? Makes life more enjoyable, right? That's why I really don't mind when people keep their delusional thoughts to themselves, because if some people have ways of transforming bad situations into better situations just by being a little delusional, and it doesn't affect anyone negatively, it just blesses their life, go for it. Just as long, it's good to know that they're aware that they might be being delusional, just so they can still be in touch with reality and stuff. But who really knows what reality is? I think we're all starting to wake up to the fact that we don't know the first thing about this reality, and those that think that they do are just more asleep still. Because the more you wake up, the more you realize this is such an adventure we're on. It's not the reality I was raised to think. Look at the trunk of this tree. Thick boy. Wow. No tree hugger has long enough arms to hug that tree. I like hugging trees because it's my way of getting in tune with Mama Gaia. Kind of like grounding, walking barefoot on the ground, except I never go out barefoot, so I touch trees, send my energy through them. And people might think that's kind of silly, but hey, just that practice alone is a little bit of a meditation and a reconnection with nature. Where's the harm? So I keep doing it just to reground myself internally to the nature and to reality, the reality that I'm creating as I go, that we're all creating individually and collectively. I never want to let reality hold me back anymore from the potentials that I see in this world. Because a lot of them, we hold ourselves back just by deeming something unrealistic. But kind of like what Steve Jobs said, you know, the crazy ones, that was a good speech that he gave, and I really liked what he said. He was saying that people that are crazy enough to think that they can actually change the world are the ones that actually do. And I feel like anyone has that potential. Well, I don't know about everyone, but most people have the potential to make massive changes in their portion of the world. And nowadays with the internet, I know people that make massive changes throughout the world just from getting out there and making silly videos that end up really catching on. Now I'm just making videos because I have stuff to say, and I like talking and sharing and connecting with people, and I figure eventually I'll get viewers that like my messages, so then I'll have something to talk with them about. We can discuss topics, or I don't even mind having some debates eventually, but a debate never turns out a debate with me because it's chasing birds. Hi, birds. Because I can usually see the perspective of both sides, or all sides, and the validity within them. I may still have my opinion on which is more efficient or reasonable overall, at least for my life. But I also don't discount that from time to time there's a different truth for me than somebody else, because in their life one thing may apply that doesn't apply to me. So anyway, it's fun ways to see people, a new perspective. Keep your minds open to new perspectives, and then people that differ from you won't seem so bad. Speaking of new perspective, let's try something. I'm pretty tall, so I figured I'd swoop the camera down low, close to the grass for flitting around. See that perspective, since I never get to see it from way down there. Like if I were in a little tiny airplane flying way up over the forest of grass. The funny things you can entertain yourself with if you let yourself. A lot of adults are like, oh, that's childish thinking. Yeah, we have a lot to learn from kids. And to all the men out there that feel like acting like a little boy again, having a good time, smiling, giggling, being silly, that's going to somehow ruin your reputation. It may be true for some people, and that's unfortunate. The people you hang around, I guess, determine that. I just choose to hang around people that like authenticity and playfulness. There's no reason to be all stiff and all uptight, take everything so seriously, like my manhood is threatened. So I give you permission to stretch and pull that child back out and cut him loose, see what he has to inspire you with, what new adventures you might find together. Try it out. It's fun. I think over the course of the next few videos, I might start touching on things like the future that I see I've touched on a little bit of it, but I'll go more into depth about why I see what signs I see, or what individual improvements and things we have to look forward to that a lot of people overlook or don't see or don't know how to look for, that are actually happening and that we can be excited about instead of fearful. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't watched my videos in the past, feel free to go back and see if any of them apply to you or have a message that you could value. And then feel free to comment, or I guess there's some community stuff that we can chat in. I'm still new enough that I'm happy to respond, but I'm just here for the fun of the creation, mutual creation. All of us are creating a world together. I love being a part of it with you. I think I'll wrap it up now because I didn't really have too much of a message today. I just wanted to make sure I brought you out with me one more day. Got 7 left to go. And we're gonna hit the goal, 30 days straight